So one of the best decisions we made early on was to purchase a Kubota BX25D tractor. It's a subcompact tractor, and you know, there's other brands out there like John Deere, and they're all great brands, and they all have pluses and minuses. It's like people arguing between a Ford and a Chevy or whatever. But at the end of the day, we really liked the Kubota. We had a local dealer that had what we needed. It was a great purchase. I actually cut the grass with this thing with a belly mower on the bottom. Looking back, I'm thinking it's not the best decision to put so many hours on the tractor just for cutting grass. And I'm laughing because a lot of the time I didn't take it off, and I was out there excavating and digging ditches, and I would justify it and say, oh yeah, I'm using the belly mower as, like, you know, extra weight, you know, to help me, keep me from tipping over or whatever, but that's not recommended. So anyway, besides that though, we did use it for the water, we used it for the electric. The first thing I'm doing here is I'm taking off the 3-point hitch. So in order to do that, you just have to pull some pins, and it's not too difficult. And once you get that off, then you can hook it up to the backhoe. So I mean, I have a variety of different implements that I've used with this compact tractor. I've got a back blade, which I use for grading the gravel road. So we built this 600-something foot road. We use the front end loader to you know, remove the dirt, the topsoil. Some pretty big parking areas we built with this dude. We use road fabric beneath our parking area and beneath our road. It keeps you from having to have gravel every so often. Construction guys, they use it outside of their construction sites where large trucks are delivering materials and such. Here I am backing up the tractor into our storage containers. And I've got the belly mower on there again. I swear. Yeah, you shouldn't, yeah, I mean, I was jumping from cutting the grass to trying to build to cutting the grass, you know, trying to make a living. There's my grease gun, and there's some transmission fluid, looks like, hydraulic fluid. We purchased 2 used containers, 20-foot containers. They're 8 foot wide, 20 foot long. We don't have a garage, and we purchased those for storing our equipment. We're now hooking up the backhoe. The first thing you do is you back up just the right distance, you hook up your hydraulics. My son's there helping me out. You gotta keep those hydraulics clean. You don't want any of that stuff getting in there. So before you disconnect it or connect things, make sure you clean it all off. A shot vac would probably be good. Toothbrush. And you hook up the hydraulics first. And that allows you to lift it all up into position so you can connect it to the tractor. I think every time I go to do it, I have to get the manual out again and remind myself of the proper order of connecting things, but that tractor fitted in that container just right. You know, I stored it inside that container for a while. Now it's become like part of the family. I store it on the back patio because I use it for everything. And again, I was using it to cut the grass. That's probably the biggest issue. That it wouldn't get too dirty if I wasn't throwing grass everywhere. But there's instructions online how to do all this. When you buy the tractor, it comes with the manual, step by step, how to do it.
So these will fit.
I wasn't too fast at this point.
Up here.
Make sure those dudes are on. Kind of yank them a few times, or just kind of wiggle. Trying to put the caps together. You just don't want to break those hydraulic lines. Put the pins back in, and off you go. Then you're off to doing all the different things we have done with this Kubota. I mean, digging the ditches for the water line and the power, our telephone poles, and moving rocks around the property. And it's definitely the little tractor that could. Again, it's a subcompact, so it's a tiny little guy. And, you know, things take a lot longer to get them done compared to a big old Caterpillar, you know, backhoe tractor or whatever, John Deere, whatever brand you prefer. And there's definitely bigger Kubotas as well, but this was about the least expensive Kubota that actually had some muscle and that could do what we needed it to do.